I work at Burnet, Duckworth and Palmer, corporate finance, debt finance specifically, wide range of transactions for both borrowers and the banks. And I focused on corporate mainly during articles. During in law school, I had high hopes of being a litigator. Was what I wanted to do. It was the be all and end all for law for me. And I got to law school. All those type courses were really great. They were really interesting, really fun. And corporate was really kind of boring in the classroom setting. But during articles, everything sort of flipped around. Litigation became kind of daunting in some sense. If cases dragged on for years and there's countless hours of research and memos, and that wasn't really appealing. But corporate really was, because it's transaction based, it's deal by deal, so the deal is over and you're done. So that was much more appealing to me. I have pretty even, keel temperament, and so even in high stress situations, I tend to sort of keep my cool for the most part. So it takes quite a bit to kind of get me riled up and kind of not focused. So I think in high stress situations in transaction work, it's nice to have someone on the other end of the line that you're calling and is calm and collected and kind of knows their way through the process. I don't get focused on the details or don't get sort of lost in in the mix of things. I always tend to have a laid back personality, and kind of I bring that to work every day as well. I think one of the things that stands out for me in terms of pro bono work, BDP is very focused on community development and community involvement, especially now. And we've been a supporter for Habitat for Humanity for a number of years now. And they have had numerous occasions specifically focused women's build events. And so this particular event was both clients and colleagues at the firm. So it's pretty interesting to see everybody sort of trading their suits for jeans and a tool belt, and trying to figure out how to use power tools, some for the first time. And that particular occasion, we were building interior walls for a house. So at the end of the day, it was pretty rewarding to actually see, this house was taking shape, and we were a part of that. So that was really, really interesting. I've been very fortunate to have 3 really great mentors at Burnet, Duckworth and Palmer, and all of them continue to be mentors still. One particular incident that stands out for me is very early on after I started with BD&P. I was reviewing documents for one of these mentors, and we sat down and we're looking at it, and he just sort of said, my approach when we're reviewing documents is to sort of look at these from a substantive perspective, make sure there are no drafting errors, and it reflects the business deal. But you don't necessarily have to make sure it's written your way. It can somebody else's style doesn't make it wrong. So that was pretty key for me in terms of, we spent a lot of our time drafting documents and reviewing documents. So it's sort of stuck with me in the sense that there are several different ways to get to the same place, and all of them are just as good.